everybody. I'm Auntie Dawn, back with you for another Choose Aloha Pump You Up session. Because champions always choose Aloha, and Aloha always wins. Today we're going to be launching a new chapter of Choose Aloha, Compassion in Action. It's the exclamation mark at the end of Choose Aloha. First, though, let's start with a mindful moment before I tell you a story. For our mindful moment, and it's just a few seconds of coming into center and focus and bringing our attention right here, right now. So I'm going to tell you a story afterwards, but find your comfortable position to sit in. Spoiler alert, we're already sitting, probably, but get comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, get more comfortable. Ready? Okay. Close your eyes and focus your attention on your heart for a moment. Feel your heart beating. Feel alive in this moment, right here, right now. Now let's take some deep gratitude breaths. Ready? All the way in. Hold it deep down in your belly. You should be full of air. And out. As you're breathing in deep down into your diaphragm, remember that turns on your brain. Think gratitude thoughts. I'm grateful I can breathe. I'm grateful I get to watch Choose Aloha. And out. One last deep gratitude breath in all the way down to your opal. Hold it at the top, and when you blow it out slow through your lips like you're blowing out hot cocoa. So nice. I could do that all day. I could breathe all day long. Okay, I do breathe all day long, but I mean like that deep gratitude breaths. Okay, welcome back. As we start our new chapter, here's a story. It's a true story about a girl in middle school. Parents had a really bad, awful, messy divorce, and Grandma took her in. She just moved and had no friends. Too tall for her age and new to America, she didn't fit in at all. She was bullied badly. Nobody knew how much hurt she had inside, how much she was confused by the new culture, or how awkward and alone she felt every second of every day. By 9th grade, she moved again, only to start at a new town in a new school, and still no friends. She became suicidal. That girl was me. That was a really long time ago. And thankfully, I failed at the suicide attempt. And I survived. And I succeeded. And I thrived. But the moral of the story is that there are too many girls and boys like me walking around in schools when we are in school or out there watching right now. Please know that we're here for you. Now here's my question. If you saw me in school, would you try to help me or at least just say hi? I bet you would, because you're a Choose Aloha champion. Yeah, you. And you would want to reach out and help that person if you knew they were going through a hard day or a hard life. Now, thankfully, somebody did finally reach out, and somebody had compassion and helped me, reached out and helped me to get out of my pain. And that's why I became a Choose Aloha ambassador and Auntie Dawn for other kids today, because so many kids are hurting and need love just like I did and just like you do. Yeah, you. That's exactly what compassion is all about. Compassion is defined as understanding the suffering of another person and acting, doing something about it to solve the problem and help to lighten that person's suffering, helping them to feel better. In Choose Aloha, we call it compassion in action, because we don't want to just understand someone's feelings and go, oh, you poor thing. We want to actually take action to make them feel better, Choosing aloha is how we can respond to any situation, however difficult. Remember, you are a superhero or super shiro for us girls. We all have tremendous courage and compassion within, and we can either choose how we respond. We get to choose how we respond to things, even if we can't control what's happening to us all the time. We can find things to be grateful for, even when we find ourselves in challenging times, which is why Auntie Dawn's now wearing my G glasses. Because it's all G. I got to see gratitude in everything in these tough quarantine lockdown times. We can choose to forgive ourselves and others, knowing that no one is perfect, and we can learn from our mistakes. So remember, those 4 pillars of choose aloha, choose love started with courage. Then we have to have gratitude in all things, and then forgiveness, and we just named them. And now finally, the last pillar, compassion and action. Compassion is simply responding with kindness and concern. Is having aloha toward the suffering of others. Compassion is an umbrella term. It covers a group of concepts. Some of those are, and they include kindness, empathy, sympathy. It's just like empathy, a little bit different. Acceptance, nurturing, survival. We can call compassion comfort. It also includes healing, love, and action. Compassion is a big term, umbrella term. What other terms can you think of to show compassion? Go ahead, grab our gratitude journal, our G journal, and we're going to start writing some of those terms in. So open it to that open page. And I did today's 5 gratitude statements. I am so grateful. I have after school all-star students. Right now, go ahead and write the Choose Love formula and the definition of compassion in action in your G journal. And just to refresh, compassion in action means understanding the suffering of another person and acting to solve the problem and help lighten the person's suffering. One more time, the understanding of the suffering of another person and acting to help solve the problem and lighten that person's suffering. That's what compassion is. So get that down. It's super important. It's important because you're important. And it's compassion because you're having compassion. Write it in your G journal. Let's also draw this compassion. Let's see. I'll grab one of my pens here. Compassion umbrella. Easy peasy. Watch. If Auntie Dawn can, you can. Boom, yeah, you. That's my compassion umbrella. And we can list things under there like healing, having a heart, helping. These are other terms that come under our compassion umbrella. Go ahead and list some for yourself. And as you do, I'll be reading some facts so you can begin to understand compassion on a deeper, real level. Here we go. Compassion is understanding how a person feels. Compassion is caring about yourself and others. Compassion is lending a helping hand and sharing with others. Compassion is being patient. Compassion is accepting others that are different from you. Compassion is understanding. Compassion is using kind words, actions, and intentions toward other people. And finally, compassion is taking action. I might also add that compassion is listening with your eyes, your ears, and your heart. Thanks for having that with me right now. Thanks for your compassion. When we have compassion, we are aware of the pain or suffering of others, and we want to help alleviate it. In this compassion and action chapter, we got beast goals. Number 1, we want to learn more about what compassion is. Number 2, we're going to learn skills to become more compassionate. And number 3, we're going to learn ways to show compassion and action in our real lives. So let's do this. Compassion in action has a ripple effect or a bomb effect. Yeah, you're a bomb. You the bomb. Let's be a bomb. When we act to increase compassion and love, it has a profound impact on many. We all win. Win, win, win. Showing compassion positively impacts our brains, our bodies, and our life, and all the people around us. Boom the room. Boom, yeah, you. Boom, watch me, boom, watch me. Oh yeah, speaking of courage pose, so what, now what, so what, now what? Let's put this into action and come up with a compassion pose. So do you remember the courage pose? We did strong, Hulk, we did the Wonder Woman stance, right? Standing strong and tall and beautiful. Have you been using your courage pose? I have, you know mine. Boom, Wonder Woman. How does that courage pose been helping you? It has been helping me. Every time I have to do these videos, I get small kind nervous. Okay, a lot of kind nervous. And so mine jacks me up and pumps me up. I just give myself a few pumps. Make sure I feel like the Wonder Woman I want to project. When do you use your courage pose to help you? I just told you I use it before these videos. One way to take your new superpower of compassion in action is to practice a new pose, a compassion pose. A compassion pose is really close to a courage pose, but a little bit different. Let me explain. You are still shaping your body in a way to express yourself and your emotions in an intentional way. This time, that intention is to embody compassion. Literally embody it. Your compassion pose is a way of sitting, I'm sitting, you can choose to stand or standing, that increases feelings of empathy, connection, kindness, and openness. Posing this way changes your body's chemistry. It helps to change your brain and body towards compassion. Do you want to see my courage pose? So I like sitting because Auntie Dawn's a little bit older now, and I kind of like doing this, putting my hand on my heart, usually your heart right there, but I kind of like doing it right there to cover my chest. That helps me to feel like when you have a mom who used to pat you as a little baby. This is just so comforting right here. So what, now what? Let's take a minute for you to find your own sitting or standing compassion pose that helps you feel more compassion, more connection, love, and feel more happy. Typically, here's a few suggestions. You might spread your arms wide. You might open your hands, or you might place your hands over your heart like I did. Your courage pose or compassion pose should make you feel happy, peaceful, loving, and more connected. It also should make you feel more compassionate. That's why it's a compassion pose. So try out a few poses of your own until you find one that you like the best, that feels best for you, because it's yours and you are important. Make sure you can hold that pose for at least 1 minute. I can't hold out my arms Frankenstein style for too long, so mine is right here on my heart. So make sure you can hold it for 60 seconds, and then it helps to add an affirmation of compassion affirmation to yourself, to say that. And you might say something like, I am happy and full of compassion. Or you might say, I can connect well with others in a powerful, positive way. Boom, that's it. Go ahead and take a moment to find your compassion pose and log it into your G journal today, right now. As I sign off, your turn to so what, now what, make it real, put it into action. Until next time, keep choosing Aloha always. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day.